Hello everyone, Jen here, Golden State Times, and today we have another exclusive video. This is the second part to the DNC leaks that barely came out. If you haven't checked part 1, make sure and you click that red box that is up on your screen. If you're on a phone or a tablet, make sure you go to the description below and click the link. Go and check out part 1, and then we'll meet back here once you're done. If you already checked out part 1, let's continue. And on this video, we're going to be talking about 3 different topics. The first thing we're going to be talking about is voter fraud. Then we're going to talk about data mining. And we're going to end up with Huma Abedin. Okay, so let's start with voter fraud. Okay, so the 2 pieces of evidence that we have received via WikiLeaks for voter fraud states that the Democratic Party's state data swapping program enables the party to commit automated voter fraud on a massive scale. The DNC system enables them to delete voters from the rolls, change the registration, or anything else they want. The DNC likely used this system against Bernie Sanders supporters in the primary this year. Basically, this allows the DNC API to change or update data between the state voter rolls twice a year. This is how the purge happens. This is how voters are targeted and registrations switched, or voters are made invalid due to any number of changes by the automated system. This is how Bernie Sanders voters got removed from voter rolls and party affiliations switched. The state swap program allows individual states to trade voter details with the DNC. The system is designed to allow the DNC to automatically rewrite state voter rolls twice a year. So these are the 2 pieces of evidence, and basically what I said is the gist of both of them, except on where it says data being swapped, there's 2 different kinds: what the state party provides and what the DNC provides. Okay, so what the state provides is state party voter files, names of all the people that are registered Democrat in each state. Okay, and any state party owned data collected, meaning information, phone numbers, addresses, all that other stuff. Now, when it comes to the DNC provides phone and NCOA matches. Okay, it also provides DNC owned data relating to registered voters in that state. A model created or attained by the DNC for that state to make sure that all the records of the voters are placed in a file. Okay, training of state party personnel in use for the above information. All information collected or obtained by the DNC concerning partisan or Democratic candidate ID in state party state, including information on all persons who have been moved into the state's party's state. The DNC will maintain and give the state party access to Vote Builder, the National Voter Activation Network online platform. So it will be updated every year with new people, and the DNC and the state can basically move stuff around, change things twice a year. All right. So that's basically how they are committing voter fraud. All right. So now let's move on to data mining. Now, data mining, we have 3 different pieces of evidence. We got phone party data mining. We'll tell you what that is in a second. We got volunteer mining. And we also got NSA style data mining by the DNC. Okay, so let's start off with phone data mining. And it says, conducting a phone bank party. A party host should be able to use this tool to print out call packets for people attending. Party hosts should be able to choose the number of people attending, number of calls and people attending, optionally including information, email addresses about every caller. Okay? It says a PDF should be generated that includes a call sheet separate for every person. Each call sheet should include a packet number, a page number, packet specific URL for data entry. Permissions for each user shall be, in question, how do you identify users who are allowed to check out multiple packets? Data entry of all call sheets. Data entry for all call lists can happen in one of two ways. One, the party host can enter directly through the SAT site in a similar manner of the VAN grid view. Party attendee can use a special URL for each call list to enter the results of that packet from home using the same VAN grid view interface. If you didn't understand any of that, that's fine. It basically states that every single time that you make a call, you have to get all of that person's information and put it into a file, into a grid. Okay, so every single time that you call, you do phone calls to people to get them to register Democrat or to vote for a certain person, all of the information you get from them, phone numbers, last names, first names, addresses, emails, all this stuff has to be put into a grid. It has to be put into a file. They want all of that information. So if you ever received a call from the Democrats and you actually talked to them and you gave them any of your information, they have it. Okay? So that's the phone bank party data mining operation that is going on in the DNC. Now we're going to move on to volunteer data mining. And they call it the action-based social platform. Okay? And it says, we are proposing the creation of a grassroots action tool with a focus on local groups taking action. Specifically, for every action available within the system, users should be able to, 1, see who else is in the group and currently logged in, including links to other forms of social media, including Facebook, instant messaging, Twitter, etc. 2, ambient chat with other members of the group. 3, view a recent timeline of what actions are taken by others in your group. Okay, next one. View actions taken by group and individuals. View progress towards goals for individuals as well as the group. View group by group statistics. See listings of offline actions taken place near the user. And it finishes off by saying, one group will be created for every community organizer or its turf, quote, co-turf, across the country. When the new user signs up for SAT, they will be matched with a co-turf if available, and then added to the corresponding group. An administrative tool will be created to allow national administrators to change someone's group. So if you ever volunteered, if you were ever a Democrat and you ever were involved in the party and you became a volunteer, either by making calls, going door to door, or anything in between, they have basically spied on you. Okay? They spied on your social media. They spied on every move that you made. They have been keeping an eye on you the whole time. Since the time that you signed up, to the time when you stopped being active with the DNC. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you have ever been a Democrat and you were actually a part of the campaign and what was going on, you were spied on. Okay, so now we're going to move on. And this is what we call NSA style data mining. Okay, so basically what they call this is called AdHOC. Okay, it says updates of state voter lists. After VAN imports an updated voter list of every given state, they will send a BSD, an export of voters for that state. This should be the same format as my campaign export. So basically they're talking about like different things, different features that they have within the grid of the DNC. But this is the information that they want to collect on everyone involved, from volunteers to people that are getting the calls, people that are making the calls, anyone involved in the campaign. Okay, now they want something called a VAN database code, database ID, first name, middle name, last name, post, registered street, registered city, registered state, registered zip, phone numbers. And I'm 100% sure that it's your cell phone number is included with that. And if you have a house number, your latitude and your longitude, date of birth, sex, congressional district, state house district, state senate district, and precinct code. So they basically want to know every single aspect of you, every single aspect of any volunteers they have. They want everyone's information. So not only do they keep an eye on you if you're a volunteer, they want all of your information if you talk to them over the phone. And they also want every single piece of information on you. If you are registered Democrat, or if you were registered Democrat last year, they have your information. Everything. Okay, so you are on their grid. If you have ever volunteered for the DNC, whether in 2008 or 2012, and if you think that you were a victim of the DNC doxing you, let us know in the comment section below. Maybe at that time you just passed it off as, this is kind of weird, but whatever. But now you know that the DNC keeps a file on you with every piece of information they can possibly get. Okay, so let us know in the comment section below if you think that you were a victim of this. All right, so we're moving on, and the last thing that we're going to talk about, here's Hillary's top aide, Huma Abedin, giving credit to Hillary for sparking a peaceful protest. This is the same day she attended the coffin ceremony for the 4 Americans that died in Benghazi. This is also the same day she knowingly lied to the faces of the parents of those Americans, blaming the attack on an anti-Islamic video. As you can see here, it is put into categories. One is Egypt, Libya, Yemen, and Kuwait. And basically all of them state the different type of events that happened on this day in those different countries. And it looks like in Egypt, riot police used tear gas in an attempt to disperse demonstrators. Egyptian authorities send out large concrete barriers to block the route to the embassy and deployed approximately 4,000 security personnel to the area. Embassy in Cairo reported that the Muslim Brotherhood canceled earlier calls of a nationwide demonstrations to major mosques, but supported symbolic demonstrations in Tahrir Square. Okay, and in Libya, air traffic in Benghazi was suspended on September the 13th due to security reasons. In Yemen, the embassy reported an increased security presence, but no apparent protest actually happened. Yemen security forces blocked streets surrounding the U.S. embassy, where approximately 30 protesters gathered. Now, in Kuwait, around 400 protesters showed up, including parliament members and prominent Sunni Islamists. Nothing really happened. It says that the embassy in Kuwait City reported another demonstration that was planned at 1200 hours. The embassy and the government added extra security around the compound and received security reinforcements from the government. So yeah, guys, this is basically what we have found in this second leak of emails. There's tons of more information, and I will put up on my Twitter. So make sure you go and follow me on Twitter. All of this stuff will be on there so you can read it for yourself. I will also put the link so you guys can download all of the emails that were released. Okay, if you haven't yet downloaded them, I will put them up on my Twitter. So make sure you go and follow us on Twitter, like us and rate us on Facebook. And like always, thumbs up this video, subscribe if you're new, and also check out our previous videos and stay tuned for our future ones. We have a bunch of new dates and times for Trump and Mike Pence rallies, so make sure you go and set the notifications. We hope to see you on the chat. And like always, thank you very much for watching. I will see you later on the chat. But until then, peace.